Hello and welcome to gskptv, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, where we do reviews on movie, TV, life, current events, whatever. This is a safe place where we can talk about it all without judgment. I learn from you, you learn from me, and we learn from one another. Today is April 9th, 3:07 a.m. 2026. Happy birthday to the aliens, April aliens, you guys. Hello to all my peach trees and sunflower seeds. It is so good to see you. And as I said before, we're going to discuss dababy. Just come on back. Hello and welcome to gskptv, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, where we do reviews on TV, life, books, all of it, y'all. Alright, let's get to the matters at hand. So, again, let me say hello to all my peach trees and sunflower seeds. Thank you for being here, and to my new subscribers, thank you for joining us. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Tell somebody, so they can join us too. I really like doing this, and I just enjoy it. Just tell somebody. Okay. Anyway, we are going to be talking about dababy. And what has happened is recently, I guess, he was making an appearance at a nightclub, and a young man came up and tried to give him a portrait, and people have been on both sides of the coin here. So what we're going to do is we're going to show the video. I know you can't see it very well. I still can't figure out this equipment, but you can hear it. So, and we like to have us a clip. So, we're going to play the clip, you guys, and then we'll talk about dababy.
The baby just aggressively called out the man who painted his daughters, and this situation could end up in court. On April 2nd, dababy was in Dallas on his Be More Grateful tour. After his concert, he walked up to a club. Video from that night shows two men trying to get his attention. One of them was a Dallas-based painter who goes by Bruce White Jr., known online as B. White Creations. White had a painting with him. It was a hand-painted portrait of two of dababy's young daughters. He tried to gift it to the rapper right there at the entrance. Dababy stopped. He looked at the painting for a few seconds. Then he kept walking. He did not say a word to the painter. He did not take the painting. He just left. Now here is where things shift. After that encounter, White went home and posted a video showing the painting to his followers. He showed the canvas, said the kids were beautiful, and said he did not understand what went wrong. He added a caption that read, "I felt bad." He then posted the full painting on his Instagram page. In his caption, he said he did not see anything wrong with the painting, and shouted out, "dababy" and his family. In a carousel post, he showed multiple angles of the work, and even included the original photo he used as reference, which showed dababy's two daughters together. That post set dababy off. On April 4th, dababy went directly into the comments on White's Instagram post. He wrote that White still had his daughters on his page as a grown man, after he made it clear he was not comfortable with that. He said White was playing for online attention. He told him that the next time they crossed paths, he would show him how serious he is about his daughters. He told White to get his children off his page and keep doing what he is gifted at doing. Then he wrote that using his kids is not the route to go if you want to go viral, and that it is the route to go if you want to get hurt. He ended his comment by saying, "This is a father talking, not a rapper." dababy did not stop there. He took to his Instagram stories and posted a video explaining his position. He captioned it, "Simple as that." In the video, he addressed the people online who had been talking about the situation. He said he is not the type of father who is into grown men discussing his daughters, painting pictures of his daughters, or taking pictures of his kids. He said he does not play like that. He then made a second point. He said he is not accepting a painting of his daughters outside of a nightclub. His third point was that if anyone has a problem with the principles he stands on with his kids and how far he goes to protect them, that is not his concern. The internet split on this one. Some people sided with dababy completely. They argued that it is inappropriate for a stranger to paint someone else's children without asking for permission first. Some pointed out that the painter chose to paint only two of dababy's daughters rather than painting the rapper himself, which they found strange. Others noted the setting. Presenting a portrait of a man's children outside a nightclub late at night struck many people as a poor decision, regardless of intent. On the other side, some people felt dababy handled the situation poorly. They argued the painter meant no harm, that he is known for painting portraits of celebrities who come through Dallas, and that dababy could have simply taken the painting and moved on. As of now, the situation is still developing online. Whether the painter takes the images down or responds further remains to be seen. Dababy just aggressively...
Okay. Now, as you heard and as you could see, this young man named B. White, who is known for painting portraits for performers, rappers, whoever, I guess, And as they said, now I'm going to say this. I don't have any children, okay? But that argument about you don't have any children so you don't know is irrelevant. And the reason why I say that is because, one, I used to be a child, okay? Two, there are people that have raised children that never birthed a child in this world, okay? So, you don't have to birth a child to know what it is to feel for a child or to raise a child. So the argument that you don't have no children so you don't understand does not apply here. That will not work. That is not acceptable. I just do not. Ain't nobody got time for that. Period. That argument to me is so is so dead and stupid, because if that was the case, there would not be a such thing as adoption. And just because you have children does not make you an expert on raising children, because if that were so, there would be no such things as orphanages. There would be no such thing as adoption. There would be no such thing as abandoned children. So birthing a child does not make you an expert on raising children. So I just wanted to make that clear right off the rip, because people think because they have a child, they know everything about raising children, and that is not true. Because again, if that were so, the examples that I just pointed out wouldn't be so. Okay? So we're going to respect each other, period, whether you have children or not. No one is an expert. Okay? Okay. So now that I've got my little rant out of the way, hey, we can move on. So, okay, with saying that, I, especially living in 2026, I can understand both sides of the coin. Because, for one, there are so many sick and crazy people out here now that you cannot take a chance. You cannot be slipping, because people will do ungodly things to persons underaged. People will do ungodly things to people of age. So we have to be extra careful when it comes to our children. So I understand the baby on that aspect. Now, on the other side of the coin, this young man is reputable. He's not some weirdo that just came out from underneath the bridge or from out of a hole dug way off in Guadalupe, Cunimata, somewhere that no one has any idea who this person is, or he has a record for doing, terrible things and that sort of reputation. This young man doesn't have that reputation. This young man is reputable. This young man is not trying to go viral with the baby's children. He's done portraits of other folks' children and of other people that are in entertainment. He's not trying to go viral on the baby's children. This man has a reputation. He's not concerned with going viral. He's already done that. I think this was just a gesture of kindness. A gesture. As you heard the commentary, he's done this before. This is not his first time. So I don't understand why, but I do understand why the baby acted like that toward this man. He knows who this man is. He's in the entertainment with them same folks that this man has done work for. And even if you were uncomfortable, you could have been kind enough, or just, I don't know if necessarily kind enough, but you could have looked the man in the face and said, no thank you. I appreciated something, but no thank you. Or you could have just took it and later made the statement like you did about, oh, it's going to get you hurt and all that old foolishness. You could have said, I thank you, young man, but I was rather uncomfortable. I'd rather that you didn't, but thank you. Instead of threatening. Because again, the young man didn't say anything. He didn't do anything out of the way. He just showed you his talents and thought that you would like or appreciate a picture of your baby daughters. Like old people have always said, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. And the baby, you are a disrespectful street hood. All the children that you have disrespected with that nasty, filthy music that you all the young people you've offended. And now because these are yours, because ain't no old people listening to the baby's music. I was young one time too. And that crap that the baby is putting out here is disrespectful as it can be to someone else's child. Though they might not be as young as your children, they're still somebody's children. And this boy ain't did nothing but paint a picture from a picture. He ain't said nothing vulgar to you or to your children or about your children. And everything you sing and play and write or whatever it is that you do is disrespectful to someone else's children. They may not be as young as your children, but they're still somebody's children. And for you to act that way is just mind-blowing to me. Because almost everything that comes out of your mouth is disrespectful. You don't care who's around, you don't care who's looking, none of that. But now because someone who actually did something nice, now you want to threaten to hurt him. Now you want to. And again, I can understand the wanting to protect your child and protecting your children. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you didn't have to show out on that boy like that. You didn't have to show out on him like that. You didn't have to get on the video and talk. He even made a video and apologized. He said he was hurt. He didn't know. He wasn't trying to, and apologized. He just thought you would like it. That's what he said. He didn't mean any harm. And you still got on the internet and talk stupid. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay? You could have been the grown man you trying to play like you being. And did just as I said. The picture is lovely. But I'd rather, for future references, I'd rather that people didn't. But I'm going to keep this one. Something. It could have been done nicer. Nobody said that you had to play punk. Nobody said that. Nobody said that you don't act like a man and a father, but you don't have to be a butthole. Now, if he had done something to one of your children or said something out of the way, yeah, bust him in his mouth. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. DaBaby, I think you went too far. I really do. I'm so sorry, but you went too far on that one. You went too far. Again, the young man is reputable. He has a very good reputation for doing this and sharing his artwork with persons that perform. And you are the very first one and the only one that I've heard that showed out on him. You're the only one. Everybody else accepts theirs gracefully. Whether they kept it or throwed it in the trash or whatever, they didn't act a fool on the boy. Talking crazy about him being, you gonna hurt him and you gonna find out and all that old foolishness. All that old disrespectful crap that you do. And you want somebody else's children to buy and listen to? Y'all need to do better on how you conduct yourselves out in public. Because it's those people right there, that boy right there that's making the money for you. That is who is buying your music, if that's what you want to call it.
He needs some milk.
Chabu. If that's what you want to call that noise that you all make, hey. But those are the ones that are buying it. And for you to treat your fans like that. And from what I understand, you have a terrible reputation about how you treat your fans. They already ain't really buying your music. What if they quit buying it altogether? Because DaBaby, you ain't all that. You're not all that. No. You're not all that. You're not a T.I. You're not a 50 Cent. You're not a Jay-Z. You ain't none of a 2 Live Crew now. You ain't none of that. You ain't even a Trick Daddy. So you need to cut it out. Again, I'm going to give you this. I can understand the part of protecting your children and making sure your children are safe. Absolutely. 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 You are not wrong for wanting to protect your children. Absolutely correct, DaBaby. You are absolutely right for wanting and protecting your children. But you didn't have to be nasty to that boy. You didn't have to do that. Because that's somebody's child too. And you didn't have to do that. And I can understand.
Yo, stop scrolling. You want to own the next Mahomes or Lamar? Jaden Daniels is officially a...
I can understand it. So, you guys, I think I've come to the end of my video. I want to thank you for joining me here on GSKP TV, coming from the Honeycomb Hideout, y'all. Woo-wee. Oh, Lord. At 3:31 a.m. April 9, 2026. Oh my goodness. Thank you for joining me to all my peach trees and sunflower seeds. You know, as I always say, wear your mask, wash your hands. I am my brother's keeper. Bye.